You will come across several agents who will promise that they can help you book a visa slot within an hour, a day, or even a week, and so on. But let me tell you, most of these agents are scammers. Now, before I get into the details of how these agents, or rather how these scammers operate, let me make it very clear that no agent, however big or small, has any kind of preferential access to visa dates. That is, it is not that these agents have a separate portal or separate access or any kind of preferred access through which they can book a visa date faster for you. The only way an agent can book a date for you is actually by logging into your own account. That is, they would need your login ID and password, log into your own account, and continuously monitor if slots are being opened or not. And as and when the slots open, they book it for you, which is essentially the same thing that you would do. So there is nothing different or unique that an agent would do than what you can do. And that is why I always recommend that do not use agents. You can do this on your own. Now let me come to the point of how these scammers operate so that you are aware of it and do not fall into that trap. What a scammer would tell you is that they would help you book a visa date, and they would say that you need to pay us only after confirmation of the visa date. The only thing that they would need from you, or they would require from you at this moment, is your login ID and password. Now once they have access to your login ID and password, what they would do is essentially once they log in, they get to see all your information, which is your name, your date of birth, your service ID, and all those information that you have there. So using that information, they create a fake PDF of a visa appointment and share it with you. Now before they do that, they would also tell you that they are going to change your password. And the reason why they would want to do that is because they don't want you logging into the visa account at the same time, because when there are multiple logins, it is quite possible that your visa account could get blocked for 72 hours, and that would delay the whole process. So what these scammers would do is that using your information, they would create a fake PDF of a visa appointment and email it to you or send it to you over WhatsApp. Now, since you cannot log into your own account, you don't have any access to check, or you don't have any way to check whether a visa date has been really booked or not, because you don't have your password with you right now. Sometimes these agents would even go one step ahead and change your login ID also, which is even more dangerous. But once they send you the PDF, what they would tell you is that give them the money. Now you genuinely believe that, okay, since I have a PDF from the agent which kind of says that so and so is the date book, you are most likely to pay the agent. Once you make the payment, it is very likely that these agents would stop responding to your calls or your messages. Sometimes they would ask you for more money to just give you your password, which is even more worse. But you will then have to, so now once this has happened, you don't have any visa date booked, and you don't have even your access to your own login account. So you will then have to request the consulate for a change of password, or sometimes a change of ID itself, because your ID has been also compromised. Once you do that and get access to your account, wherein you have lost a few days in that whole process, you will realize that after logging in that there has been no date that has been booked for you. So this is how the scammers operate. So my very strong recommendation is that avoid using visa agents for booking visa dates. You should do it on your own. Now there are a few agents who are genuine and who will genuinely do it for you. Not every agent on that you find on the internet or who contacts you is a scammer, but most of them are. There is also a problem with using genuine agents, and this is not exactly a problem, but something that you should be aware of. Say, in case you are in touch with an agent whom you are very convinced is very genuine because you have some good references and all that, what these agents do is that sometimes in a hurry to book a date, they use dummy service IDs to book your visa dates. Because when you are booking a visa date, you need to enter your service ID, which is your I-20 number. So they just randomly use a service ID which they have with them and book the visa date. Earlier, a few years ago, I think about 2 years ago, this was okay, because you could then ask the VFS or rather the OFC, during your OFC appointment, you could ask them to actually change your service ID in the account. But now the consulate or the OFC people will not change your visa. I mean, will not change your SEVIS account or your SEVIS ID in your visa application unless the SEVIS ID that was used to book the visa appointment also belongs to you. That is, if you booked, say for example, if you have an I-20 of one university, you use that to book a visa appointment, and then you want to change it to another university, they would do it because they would need confirmation that the SEVIS ID that was used to book your visa appointment genuinely belonged to you. So you could always show them the old I-20 and the new I-20 from a new university and tell them to change, and they would do it. But it was, if the visa appointment was booked using a SEVIS ID that does not belong to you, that is, the agent randomly booked, used some random SEVIS ID to book your visa appointment, then you will not be able to change your visa. You will not be able to change your SEVIS details in your visa application. And at the same time, the visa application would automatically get cancelled, and you will not even get a refund on your visa application fees. So if you are using a genuine agent, make sure that they are also aware that they should be booking your visa date using your exact SEVIS ID and not some random dummy ID that they could have done in the past. So this is something that you should be aware of. First thing is the scammers, and even if you are using a genuine agent, make sure that the agent does it properly. With this, I'll conclude this video. My again strong recommendation is avoid falling for these scammers or avoid using agents. The visa date booking, yes, I understand, is a tedious process. It is a time consuming process in the sense you have to constantly log in and monitor, but it is not something which is very difficult or impossible. With this, I would say all the best with your visa applications. And in the coming few weeks, I'll be posting some more videos on several topics related to visas and a lot more related to pre-departure, as well as something related to scholarships and applications. So do subscribe to my channel and keep watching my videos. Thank you.